you know what is called by the term absolute pitch or perfect pitch, and how is the way to optimize the absolute pitch, AP? Okay all, before a glance about AP. 1. That from the results of research studies it is known that AP is a rare thing. Even at the professional level, AP itself is from various sources of literature and references obtained from books and internet. AP is the ability of someone who can be able to memorize and be able to determine the height of a note well. But from history it is known that some professional maestros such as Bach and Beethoven, Mozart, are a few examples of people who have AP capabilities. 2. For someone who has the ability of the AP, then he will be able to narrate, implement or also pour out the tone or rhythm he wants by going through musical instruments without first using or seeing his score. 3. From the research study it is also known that the ability of AP is mostly owned by people who have certain genes, the major contribution is genetic factors, and also the training factors which have started to practice since childhood, under 4 years of age. 4. From the research it is also known that the ratio of people who have AP is 1:10,000. So if we compare it with the world population of around 8 billion people, an estimated number of people who have AP who might be spread in various countries around the world is around 800,000 people. Namely assuming that the number is all people are still alive. And if it is related to the distribution in each country regardless of certain ethnicities, assuming the number of countries in the world is 193 and rounded to 200, it is estimated that the number of APs in each country is approximately 4,000 people. 5. From the research study it is also known that actually not only humans who have the ability of this AP. There are also animals, for example in songbirds, and also parrots, are also known to have good AP abilities. From the foregoing it is also concluded from a variety of study opinions that musicians with good AP skills are more likely to have a better level of accuracy and fast reaction, reflection time in terms of tone and sound. And it turns out also known that the ability of AP can also be optimized and improved with practice. Okay also at a glance about AP, and before moving on to further discussion please help support me by clicking the like button, subscribe along with the bell sign and also maybe the comment yes all. Hi everyone, see me again Rizal Alberuni, for the next discussion is how to optimize the AP. Okay before, there were some things about the organs of the body that were also quite important and which needed to be remembered and reconsidered, which had an important role in life, especially in the arts. Namely eyes, nose, and ears. If the eyes, nose and ears are consciously or unconsciously used to carry out its workforce frequently in life, it will be a certain object that is seen by the eye, for example the object of painting, which is smelled by the nose such as perfume and which is often heard by the ear e.g. the sound of a vehicle or song, and because of its frequency, the object is so friendly. So that if for quite a long time and for many years no longer say see, hear or smell the object which was previously often and so friendly with our eyes, nose and ears. So if one day we experience or see, smell, or hear the object, then after the object is processed by the brain can immediately observe, recognize, and at the same time determine the object quite well even though it has long been invisible or heard or smelled. This happens because our organs have often are trained on these objects before, even though it has been quite a long time years ago. As if we will be brought to the events of a past state, even though memory may take a while or even the brain can examine and recognize the object reflexively indirectly. This can happen because often the object is seen, smelled or heard, and indirectly our sense organs have been frequently and continuously to be trained. This is of course closely related to the ability of the AP, because based on research the ability of the AP can also be optimized by continuing to practice as often as possible even though we are adults. Only the question here is if the object of sound that is heard by the ear is not sourced from a known object, this known object for example the sound of a vehicle, motorbike, or plane. Then if the object comes from an invisible object, for example, here is the tone of the voice. So for this the Solmasasi method is used, namely clarification and naming of musical notes, so that they can be recognized, for example, the notes is do or re or me. For people who have good AP skills, they don't need to practice as often as possible, usually only a few times. Maybe even directly, he can immediately perhaps know the height of the rise and fall of a tone along with how much distance the interval of the next rising or falling tone is quite good and precise. So because he has mastered this he can play the rhythm notes of music and songs without using his chord sheet music. So the most important thing here is to know the height of a note, whether the next note will go up or down along with the interval of the up or down note, whether it's one notation or two notation or three notation or maybe more. further facilitate understanding, we immediately take an example with the song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star by Mozart. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Then the score writing of the solution is 1, 1, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5. In the example above, after notation 5 solved, we must be able to examine and determine whether the note notation will remain, will go up, or will go down. Then after this we also must immediately be able to examine and determine also the magnitude of the change in the pitch interval that goes up or down. In the example above, the next note is twinkle, twinkle, little star, and writing the score of the solution is 1, 1, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5. So for the next note is down, and the fall is from 5 to 4 is a distance of 1 notation. Then the writing is, how, I, wonder, what yo, are, and writing the score of the solution is 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1. Likewise, henceforth we with the ability of the AP must be able to examine and determine whether the next note notation will remain, will go up or down. Then determine also how much the interval increases or decreases the tone notation. In the example above, how, I, wonder, what yo, are, and writing the score of the solution is 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1. For the next note notation is the rising and increasing distance of the interval is equal to 1 notation, number 1. Then the writing of the score is up, above the word, so, high, and writing the score of the tone the solution is 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2. Likewise for the next note notation after notation 2, 3. In the example above, lyrics, up, above the word, so, high. Then we must also be able to examine and determine the next note notation, as well as the distance between the rise and fall of the note notation. Do this as practice drills as often as possible, as a means of channeling musical hobbies, so music can be more entertaining, and as well as musical exercises that can be enjoyed and exciting. Namely by using songs or music that is easy first, and after being able to master the AP, do so later using songs or music that is more difficult. And then if the basic capabilities of the AP are considered to be good enough and appropriate and reflective, then switch to using other musical instruments, guitar for example. But hopefully for the guitar will be able to be discussed at the upcoming meeting. All yes. Because there are differences in the guitar with the pipe recorder instrument, but in principle and the principle for matters relating to the AP is the same. It's just that the guitar is even more complex for its pitch notation compared to the pipe recorder. The guitar is often also referred to as a small orchestra because there is a complete composition on the guitar consisting of elements of melody, rhythm, and bass. While the complete composition of the pipe recorder is in a separate section, there are 7 known types of pipe recorders. Namely 1. Bass recorder type 2, alto 3, tenor, 4, sopranos, 5, treble 6, piccolo, and 7. Flute. Similarly, the tone of the tone in a pipe recorder is almost similar to the piano for example, which is where each notation has only a specific note. Unlike the guitar, where a notation can have a place or position more than one position. And the guitar is also known as the accord chord, which is a collection of merged notations that contain at least 2 strings. But the discussion on the guitar related to AP, hopefully it can be reviewed at the next meeting. Yes guys. Okay guys, follows an example of a song that is played on the basis of the ability of the AP, without looking at the score of the score. As for other songs which can be listened to more by visiting via YouTube by typing its URL, cover video mix 1 and or cover video mix 2. Okay, guys, try it and enjoy it, but don't forget guys, for help with support, click on the like and subscribe button along with the bell, and maybe the comments too, guys.